Hey everyone, so this is going to be a different type of video where I am going to take a trip down memory lane and show you my trading card collection from my childhood, mostly from the Marvel Universe. I do also have a few DC cards, but I'm just going to show off all the Marvel ones I have for this video. So here's all the team-up cards I have. As you can see, mostly with Spider-Man and Wolverine. I also have Wolverine with Captain America. There's Hulk with the Thing, Punisher with Spider-Man, Punisher with Captain America, Silver Surfer, or no, sorry, Iceman with Human Torch. And just going down the list here, that's Black Tom, by the way, with Juggernaut, and Red Skull with Baron Zemo. Two of Captain America's most dangerous enemies. Well, I know he has more dangerous enemies than those two, but those are the ones that have been getting a lot of battles with Captain America the most. There's a versus card right there, Spider-Man versus the Lizard, and a I'm trying to see what that one is. Okay, yeah, it's Scarlet Spider versus Dr. Octopus, but it's a female Dr. Octopus. Spider-Man versus the original Vulture right there. A few symbiote cards. I did a Venom blog a while back showing my action figure of this Venom with the multiple heads and arms, and I said in that video I thought I had the comic book with him, with that particular Venom on the cover, and I think he fights Juggernaut in that comic. It turns out I actually have the trading card of that Venom right here. There's Carnage. Another Venom card with Eddie Brock on there, and it says Separation Anxiety. Venom, Rhino, and Tarantula. I remember his action figure came out like during the late 90s, I think. I remember I wanted the action figure so bad, but couldn't find it. Some more Spider-Man cards right here. Of course, you have Dr. Octopus, Hobgoblin, and this right here is Demo Goblin, which is kind of short for Demon Goblin, because, you know, he sort of looks like a demon. Alright, let's move on. Tons more Spider-Man cards. Who is this? Medea? Forgot who that is, actually. But there's Black Cat. There is Spider-Woman, Kingpin. Who is this again? Vermin, that's right, Vermin. Lizard, and Vulture when he's much younger. And I think that's Tombstone? Yeah, that's Tombstone. Chameleon right there. Which I'm surprised they have not introduced him in the movies yet, because he's also another one of Spider-Man's greatest foes, because Spider-Man has such a huge rogue gallery of villains, actually. Alright, now getting into some of the X-Men stuff. There's Storm, a few Gambit cards I have. Gambit was also one of my favorite X-Men's growing up back in the day. And, oops, let's see, yeah, Wolverine. Also another one of my favorite X-Men back in the day. And we have some Cyclops cards over here. And Apocalypse, which I guess they didn't really do him correctly in the live-action movie. I was fine with it, but my opinion is mostly the unpopular opinion, because a lot of people did not like X-Men Apocalypse. And for good reason. I can see where they changed some things from the comic books, like they always do in every comic book movie. But here's Bishop. I also have a Marvel Legends figure of him hanging on my wall. And that's Bay. That is totally 90s Bay right there. Psylocke was like one of my favorite female comic book characters. Plus it also helped that she was like super attractive, but yeah, she was awesome. And she was fun to use in the older X-Men video games back on Sega Genesis, I think. Alright, moving on. Marvel Girl right there. And here. We have Beast. as well as classic Beast right there. Beast with Wonder Man, a team-up card I have. Moving on to some more X-Men here, we have Iceman across the top there, and one more right here. There's Nightcrawler. He was also another one of my favorite X-Men, as well as many other fans too. I know a lot of fans back in the day. Nightcrawler was like their top favorite X-Men character. And Magneto, along with his son, Quicksilver. And I liked Avengers Age of Ultron Quicksilver a lot better than the one that was portrayed in Days of Future Past. And I don't know, I kind of liked him equally, I guess. I mean, I liked him a lot more when he was in X-Men Apocalypse, but the one that was in Age of Ultron was also pretty good too. So it's funny how they have two different Quicksilvers for the movies because they can't use, I guess, a certain name for certain properties because of legal reasons. It's silly. But now that, I think, Disney made that merger with Fox? So who knows? We might actually get to see some of the X-Men in future Avenger movies. Yeah, Quicksilver again. There's Omega Red. This is one of my favorite villains. Oh, Sabretooth right here. Really creepy looking artwork of Sabretooth. But yeah, I have the Marvel Legends figures of Omega Red. And moving on, we have Angel, along with his later transformation as Archangel. More Magneto cards right there. Shatterstar. Invisible Woman. That's one thing when I always get these trading cards. Back in the day, I would always try to organize them and keep most of the same characters together when I put them in the binder. As you can tell already, like I kept all the Invisible Woman cards together. Same thing with the Thing and the rest of the, characters that has something to do with the Fantastic Four, like Doctor Doom here. There's Doctor Doom 2099. All right, moving on. We have some Iron Man and War Machine action going on here with Mandarin, one of my favorite Mandarin cards, which was a missed opportunity to use him for Iron Man 3 because they used a fake Mandarin for that movie and they used a different villain instead. But Fin Fang Foom, which I'm surprised they have not introduced him in any of the Marvel movies. I'm pretty sure they will for maybe future Iron Man movies, or maybe future Avenger movies might use him, but it might be kind of hard to do that since he's a giant dragon that speaks, and I don't know how well that's going to sit with the general audience, but we'll see. I mean, they made Guardians of the Galaxy work, and they have a talking raccoon, so why can't we just have a talking dragon? But, it's the movies. They have to do things differently. Yeah, one of these metallic cards of the Hulk. There's Wendigo right there. This is one of my favorite Hulks right there, Smart Hulk, where he had like the black tank top with the black hair, and he talked perfectly normal. And he pretty much, he was smart. He had the same brain capacity as Bruce Banner, his normal form. There's some Deadpool cards right here. Ghost Rider versus Wolverine. We have Rogue. Another favorite of many X-Men fans. Alright. Sorry if I'm speeding this up. I I don't want this video to go on for too long. It's been around like, what, 10 minutes now. So I'll show off some of these Captain America cards right here. 94 flare cards of the Avengers. There's a US agent right there. Vision, Major Victory, Captain Britain. And over here we have Falcon, one of the original Falcons, Hawkeye, and Namor. Could have sworn he went by the name Captain Namor, but I'm pretty sure they're going to introduce him in the movies later on. But it'd be kind of hard to do because he's like Marvel's version of DC's Aquaman. And now that Aquaman is going to have his own movie for, you know, the DC universe, I think it'd be kind of hard to do a Captain Namor movie. But yeah, I got two. I have a normal one, and I have an autographed one right here, or a signatured one. Some more Captain Namor cards. There's Chimera. I cannot pronounce that. Chimera. Well, there's the name. Sorry for butchering her name. There's Guardian. Alright. Moving on. Some various characters from the Marvel Universe. We have Mephisto. Or Mephisto. I call him Mephisto. Oh yeah, Mephisto sounds about proper. Who was introduced in the first Ghost Rider movie, but he did not look like this in the movie. He's supposed to look like this. I think he was in the second movie too, but yeah, those Ghost Rider movies were not superb, but they were fine for what they were, I guess. He's pretty much the devil or Satan of the Marvel Universe. Alright, some Silver Surfer cards right here, which I should have organized these with the Fantastic Four characters, but I did not do that for some odd reason. Here's Galactus. Can't wait to see him show up in the movies, which I don't even know if they'll even do that. Maybe they might tease at Galactus at the end of Avengers 3 or Avengers 4 after they defeat Thanos. You know, you never know. They could bring in Galactus now. Alright, and speaking of Thanos, here he is. Along with his lovely mistress, Lady Death. There's Jean Grey, aka the Phoenix, of course, which I believe the next X-Men movie is going to be about. Here she is as the Phoenix in all of her glory. Jean Grey using her psionic powers. Alright, so moving on. I think I have some more X-Men. Yeah, here's Thor, actually. There's Odin. And Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike. Yeah, okay. I thought it said Thunderstrike Thor, which I think that is. This might be a different character, if I'm not mistaken. There's classic Thor right there. And who can forget Jubilee from the X-Men, 90s X-Men, or 90s X-Men cartoon show. There's a really cool Jubilee card I have, one of my favorite ones. Really enjoyed the artwork they did for this card because she looks realistic. And some more Jubilee cards. Here's one where she's, I guess, rubbing suntan lotion on Professor X's head right there, his bald head. Alright. Shadowcat cards right here. I apologize if this is going on for too long. This might go on for like 20 minutes because I have quite a few cards here. But yeah, Black Widow saving a child from a burning building. Another Black Widow card right there. Domino, who will be introduced in Deadpool 2, except she's not going to look like this. Instead, she's going to be a African American with a afro, and instead of a black eye patch around her eye, I think it's going to be white. So they kind of reversed the colors for Deadpool 2. Yeah, there she is, the true Domino. And there's White Queen. There's a old school White Queen card right here. All right. A few Daredevil cards right here. One of his red costume he gets later on, which everyone pretty much recognizes him by, and his original old school costume, which is the yellow and black costume, which not a lot of people know about. We have Night Thrasher right there. Deathlok. Another cool Deathlok card right there. And Warpath. Thunderbird. Superheroes. Which is, I think that's just the name of his team, I think. Another Warpath. I remember I wanted his action figure back in the day, but I could never find it. There's Polaris, Cable, which he will finally get his live action debut in Deadpool 2, the live action Deadpool 2 movie coming out later this year. There's Reaper. I have another Reaper card right there. Sunfire. Strong Guy right there. I forgot what team he was a part of. I know he was part of a team. There's the Blob. Exodus. One of my other favorite villains from the X-Men universe, Mr. Sinister. The Juggernauts. Colossus. Professor X. Here we have the full team of the X-Men with their classic iconic look in the background there. And of course right here as well. Magneto with Professor X. I have quite a few X-Men cards. But here's some Scarlet Witch ones. That's a really nice one of Scarlet Witch. Which, of course, she looks nothing like that in the movie, of course. And Crystalline, okay. And moving down, we have Lilith, Firestar, Medusa from the Inhumans, I believe. Yeah. Elektra. We have Strange. Jack of Hearts. Metalhead. Blaze. Psylord. Legacy. Evil Hawk. Siege. Mr. Hyde. And I forgot who this is. This is Uluk? Ulk? Can't really pronounce that. I think it's Ulik right there. We have Scarecrow. Alright, moving on. Arcade. I used to call him Dr. Arcade. I guess it's just Arcade. Mojo. We have Strife right there. Spiral. Awesome trading card of Spiral. Love that artwork. We have Wildside. Ahab. Or I like to call him Captain Ahab. Fitzroy, that's right. Yes. Cyber supervillains, which is... Wait, what's his name? Cyber? Yeah, it's Cyber. Red and Slim, which I think they're supposed to be alternate versions of Jean Grey and Cyclops. We have Mimic, Mystique, Mondo, the Brood, which was the alien race that the X-Men fought quite a bit in the comic books. We have Sauron. Down here we have Weapon X, GW Bridge, and Cannonball. And over here we have Sebastian Shaw, who was seen in X-Men First Class, which was one of my favorite X-Men movies. Or I should say, it's my favorite X-Men reboot. Executioner, Richter, Rainfire. We have Boomer, Dazzler, and Lilandra, excuse me. I don't remember ever buying a Dazzler card. That's awesome. She's a cool character. Not very well known either, but very few know about her though. And over here we have Siren, Matsuo, Forearm, Black Tom Kasady, Hammer, Caliban, who was in the, I think, 2 of the X-Men movies, but unfortunately they did not make him look like this. I think he was in X-Men Apocalypse and the recent Logan movie, but he just looked like a normal bald-headed skinny guy, unfortunately, because the movies have to do things differently from the comics. But anyways, we have Nimrod, Tempo, Cypher, and I just realized a lot of these are the 94 Fleer Ultra cards, which, yeah, I did collect quite a few of these back in the day, as you can see here. But we have Sunspot, Mastermind, CIA, Genesis, Toad, Orphan Maker, Locus, I think his name is Sync, if I'm saying that correctly. I apologize if I'm not saying that correctly. Fatal Attractions, which is just a picture of Wolverine and Magneto, and Magneto's kind of like ripping the adamantium from his body there. Or it looks like he's rather absorbing the adamantium. But there's Deathbird. We have Spine, Legion, Doug Luck, Forge, another well-known X-Men character. Forgot her name. Totally forgot her name. I apologize. Wild Thing, Kree, Cersei. Matter of fact, I don't think she's from the Marvel Universe. That's just a random card, I think. Moving on. We have Century. And this guy, what's his name again? Trauma? Yeah, okay, it's Trauma. Sphinx. And we have... trying to see what that says. I think it says Psylord. Yes, Psylord. Strange. Skullfire. Oh no, my battery's dying. I gotta hurry this up. Metalhead. Junk Pile. Zion? I think that's how you pronounce that. Alright, so since my batteries are almost dead, I'm just going to move the camera slowly along some of these cards instead of just reading off the name of every individual character, because that's taking up a little bit of extra time. But you could pretty much already guess who these characters are, as seen by these team up and versus cards right here. I have the Wedding of Spider-Man right there. Infinity Gauntlet. Professor X with a wizard hat on right there. Moving on to over here now. These were like my very first series of cards that I started collecting before all of these other ones that I already showed. So it's Ghost Rider, Black Panther, the original old school Abomination, Multiple Man, In-Betweener, Hate Monger, Stranger, Necrom, Terrax. We have Mad Thinker, the Rose, Slapstick, who is a odd character, Ant-Man, Series? I think it's Series. I forgot how you pronounce that. Magus. And moving on, looking over some of the names, that's actually from DC Comics. Nightwing, that's also DC Comics. Supergirl. And going on over here, not going to bother read off the names. You already know who they are. There's Punisher right there. Some more Punisher cards. Elektra, Psylocke, Warlock, and so on. Huh. Didn't realize I had another Gambit card, which I knew I showed most of them during the beginning of this video. One of my favorite Venom artworks right there. We have Colossus with Magneto. I apologize for the glare. Alright. Almost done here, guys. I think I have... how many more pages of these things? One... that's it? Okay, cool. So, going back over here, there's Cletus Kasady, aka Carnage. You have a Galactus card right there. There's Johnny Blaze. And moving on, without trying to take up more time here. There's a cool Wolverine versus the Hulk trading card. There's Green Goblin. Spider-Man, of course. Bloodhawk, Venom, Jean Grey. Shatterstar. Some of the X-Men right here. Wolverine, Archangel, Cyclops, Dr. Doom. Of course, Dr. Doom is from Fantastic Four, not the X-Men. But they have fought a few times. Yeah, Iceman, Doctor Strange, and Mirror Images, which is, that's just the name of the card, I think, because that's Cable, and I think that's, I forgot his name. But anyways, gotta move on quickly before my camera shuts off. Scarlet Witch, which I wish they made her look like that for the movie. Maybe in the future Avenger movies. There's Quicksilver. There's Nova. Punisher 2099. Vengeance. Another Spider-Man wedding card right here. Typhoid Mary. Cool female character. And that's it for the Marvel cards. And then it just goes on to the some Batman cards here of a movie that we don't talk about. Yeah, when the Batman movie started to go downhill, and then they brought him back better than ever with the Christopher Nolan films. But yeah, that's my Marvel trading card collection. Hope you enjoyed. I deeply apologize for making this video over 20 minutes long. I had no idea I had this many cards. I thought I had enough to go on for maybe like 10 minutes, but geez, I certainly was quite the collector back in the day. And I still am. I still collect quite a few Marvel stuff, ranging from like Marvel Legends and maybe a little bit comic books here and there. Even though I haven't been keeping up with what's been going on in the comics lately because the stories are just all over the place. But thanks for watching this collection video, and I will see you for the next one.